All right. Good evening, race fans. This is Vincent RTA here for another race in this Dash Randomizer tournament. Tonight we have a race between Lies and BrakeJake. I am joined tonight on comms by Tracy M with Nubian God tracking for us. Tracy, how are you doing tonight? You excited and ready for this race?
I mean, yeah, this is great. You know, we finished 2 weeks in a row. We've managed to finish the week early, which meant we get the beginning of the next week on Tuesday, and we got 2 races today, where we didn't really expect to have any. So, yeah, I'm glad we were able to get some crew, get these on the schedule. This is a 1-2 matchup, so both of these runners are really going to want to win this one because, you know, as many of you know, it's 3 wins to get into the bracket. So when you're 1 and 2, you know, the difference between 1 and 3 and 2 and 2 is going to be pretty significant. So I'd say this is a pretty important race for both our runners.
Yeah, definitely want to, you know, I somebody plays in a lot of TCG tournaments, having that extra breathing room is huge. So getting win here is big. And I know I've seen Lies play quite a few times. BrakeJake, I think I've seen a couple runs, but you know, I think he'll be it's this randomizer. So this Dash season, this mystery season has been so awesome to watch because you never know what you're gonna get. Like it's the best box of chocolates of a randomizer we've ever had.
There you go. Yeah, I mean that was kind of the idea when we created this, was just to not just, you know, so the runners, the viewers, the commenters, nobody knows exactly what we're gonna get. So the part of the fun is just, you know, we all figure it out at the same time.
Well, we all just got to find out we got countdown. Yes. All right.
And take a look. We have no E-tanks and criteria. 4 major items. That is such an interesting count. Now, of course, one of those is going to be Morph Ball. But if we get Power Bombs, we might see an early Billy Mays check. Because when else are you going to do that?
Countdown is definitely the time where Billy Mays becomes a real thing. I remember a couple randomizer seasons ago, we got a lot of countdown, and Billy Mays saw a lot of love.
Yeah. I mean, there's the niche situation where your first super missiles can be at Billy Mays. It just happens so rarely that it usually ends up being a bit of a waste of time to check it in like a major minor, or well, it'd be major minor because Chozo's is a logical super elsewhere. But 4 majors. Yeah, let's see what our runners can do with that.
And once we get our Morph Ball, these could be anywhere. We got bombs to start. Okay.
That's interesting. That means we might not be seeing those power bombs right away. Of course, we have to do this wall jump. Yeah, go ahead.
Not something you have to think about, you know, very often. Is because normally you get here, I got my Morph Ball and I can just escape. But no, game's like, just kidding. All right,
and of course, the Morph Ball has to be here because there's nowhere else to put it.
Both players easily executing this D boost up, and we just have missiles. So
okay, we got one more minor shot. One more shot at some minors that'll do more for us. And of course, if we don't get power bombs, we also can't check the transition to see if perhaps we try and find out right away whether we have area or not.
Yeah, the sooner you get that knowledge, the better, and it definitely informs the players on where they're going to go. Okay, we got our second missile pack. Lies is was a few seconds behind, but has done a really good job to catch back up. So less than a half an item transition away now.
Yeah, and the funny thing is with these early bombs is there's no guarantee we're going to get anything other than minor items in the next few checks. We do have access to 3 locations with those bombs before we have to leave criteria going towards before we have to break those bomb blocks that usually would gate us if we didn't have bombs. No supers means we're not going to be able to go to the left, go to the right at all. We'll have to go left.
Also, this means that, well, I mean, now we're leaving abandoned the meme route item, the Billy Mays item.
Yep.
We do get to check Mother Brain here, which is good.
Ice Beam. Oh, Lies, go back. There's an item here. You have access to an item here. No. That Ice Beam, I mean, yeah. Ice Beam is almost never hard required, but like logically required, all the time. That might be our Dragon access for Meridia, or Dragon boss area access for Meridia. So Lies missing that Ice Beam could be pretty huge.
Well, that's one of those things you hope for Lies, that something circles them back around meme route with some power bombs to be able to potentially
Yeah.
go check around there.
Yeah.
I
And
have
then
a
there's
feeling,
another.
I
Go
don't
ahead.
think about it often that just bombs gives you access to there. I usually
Yeah.
think that I need power bombs, so that may be where Lies is, or Lies was thinking.
Yeah, I'm guessing the same thing. Now, BrakeJake's going to go ahead and check this 230 missile spot. Um, there's our power bomb, so at least we got those. And there's also our power bomb. Nice. Oh gosh. Okay, so we got power bombs. We got bombs. We know where
We
ice
have
beam is. One
bombs.
of us has ice beam. We are gonna have to fight VT because we have bombs. But we are forced to go to the left. We cannot go to the right because you need a super missile to go to the right. Interestingly enough, is we can do gauntlet here. I don't think I would. You're only missing one major. You're not going to get any energy tanks. I would peek the back with the power bombs and see if there's supers there, or the other major. But
I agree.
it is an option.
I agree on checking the backside for sure. And the front side, I mean, I don't know if I'd go check it.
It's one item. You don't have any health. You do have power bombs, so it's not so bad. But like, there's just no safeties really. We also, strangely enough, and another thing I wouldn't do because it's slow. We could bomb jump up to the criteria power bomb location.
Yeah, I with only one major left, and I don't know, probably not worth it. I would wait.
Nope.
That's something I would maybe circle back when I have some movement items to make that a little bit easier. Not the time right now.
And you're not going to get a suit there, right? You know, you scored ice beam as one of your really important items in terms of getting through the seed. Charge beam would also be nice. We do have a starter charge here. BrakeJake's gonna do something though. Maybe this is gonna be a gauntlet check.
Yeah, that could be huge. Yeah, going right for it. No.
Please save. Please save. Please save. We've definitely seen this particular check really get runners. This acid is just, if you fall into the acid, you grab by one of those yapping moths, that acid is just gonna kill you. We don't have a super missile to kill the yapping moths, so although he could use his ice beam to freeze him, which is a really good strat, really good safety strat. Okay, that's
however, just perfect execution through there by Jake.
Very well done.
That was.
Now Lies peeked it, and I saw one missile. There might have been a super on the other side. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna guess. Well, I mean, not too many locations left. It's basically Billy Mays or Billy Mays meme route or. Oh, there's charge. There's the real charge. For Lies.
Okay. Well, that's the charge upgrade. Because there's going to be, in this case, because, well, two ways we can tell. One, notice that the 40, he's got 40 and not 60 on his HUD. But also the fact that it was exactly where it was, right? Because it would be at a major location. One of those charge beam upgrades is going to be at a major location. The other ones could be literally anywhere. So since we found the one that can literally be anywhere, we know that one is only going to give us part of the charge beam. But definitely rather have a partial charge. Get that extra charge beam damage. And BrakeJake did do a really nice job getting through that gauntlet and now has 20 power bombs to his name and no supers.
That is so many power bombs.
What kind of sucks right now for our runners is we found Green Brinstar, which, and so far Liza's not finding supers.
No, they're just not showing up.
And we can't get back out of here without supers. There's the charge upgrade for BrakeJake. And nobody's taking a save, so there's got to be super somewhere. Now, if I were the runners, I would probably check the transition first before I commit to this spot with this kind of point of no return situation. BrakeJake's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. Okay, he's going in.
There was definitely a hesitation there.
Oh, for sure.
I gotta agree with Nubian in chat. Nubian mentioned in chat. There's no brakes on this BrakeJake. Yeah, he is.
Well, he has to change his name. BrakeJake.
That was the only moment he put the brakes on for anything here. Otherwise, he's been full steam ahead.
Okay, there's our super pack. Yay, we're fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
And more power bombs. Dear Lord.
Anybody?
There's one of the two E's. That was a change that I remember a long time ago when full countdown started, there was no counter for E-tanks.
That's something that Dash added when they created the full countdown. I do believe the Varia version still just has the major items.
I remember that being much. It led to some really bad runs for the runners where they did not have. They couldn't find E anywhere, and it's not like if you don't have that information, it's like, what are you gonna do? So it made for some weird races, but
okay, hopefully BrakeJake finds an energy tank down here. His health's a little bit low. He's gonna be a little careful. He unfortunately can't check this location because he still doesn't have super, so he might have to double back. We're still. Oh wait, we found the major. It was X-ray. Well, that's not useful. I mean, it's useful, but it's not useful.
Oh,
careful, BrakeJake. Okay, yeah, this is fine. This is fine. We got farm bugs. We got farm bugs, and we're in health bomb. So just killed some farm bugs. There we go. Grab that health.
Okay.
We're good now.
Okay.
51.
The heart's a little bit less worried here. Okay, so we found. Okay.
Red
a little bit of Meridia. Got Red Tower with nothing. Only an E-tank. Okay. Oh, Jake.
There's Turian. Okay, that's good to know.
Okay, so right exit of...
Oh, there's the other E-tank.
Okay.
It's good for BrakeJake. And we're going to do this out of logic 2 break.
It's the jump. Oh, perfect.
And we're not doing that right now.
Nope, no thank you. But, whoa.
Might be required later. But the nice thing is, but by the time, to put that in logic, you need high jump or gravity. Which would make it so that you can easily get back through the tube. Because the problem is, when you break the tube, you kind of get one shot at it. There is a gravity jump you can do from the door transition, but it's easier just kind of do the jump that Lies did there.
The big key there is, did we see that was 4 majors and 4 E-tanks in Wreck Ship? It's
stacked. No majors in Red Tower, so I don't think we're going to see anyone do an early X-ray.
No, that makes me sad. I always like watching runners pull that off, but even if it's supers, it's definitely not worth the time.
No, that's way too slow a check for anything that could actually. I mean, it could be the E-tank, but. We
got an early croc.
1 major, 1 E-tank. The E-tank's not that interesting, but the major could be interesting. And Liza's gonna go ahead and do this, and we're kind of. Depending on where Fantoon is, those majors in Wreck Ship may or may not even be relevant. So this could be a gravity suit or a high jump boots also to put that Wreck Ship area in logic. If this is, we haven't really talked about the boss situation. We haven't seen any regular bosses yet. It could, of course, be vanilla, and then get into Wreck Ship, you kill your Fantoon, get your 4 items. Could be shifted, could be shuffled. Shuffled meaning that if it's shuffled, then you'd have to be Fantoon to open up Wreck Ship. If it's shifted, it just has to be killable to open up Wreck Ship.
Right.
Right now, we have 2 killable bosses, so...
Yes.
No one's doing Ridley yet with 5 supers and, 1 or 2 E-tanks. Nobody's doing Dragon with no way to get out.
Nope, we're missing quite a few odds. I mean, we're still early on. We're only at the 11, coming up on the 12-minute mark of this run. But a lot of information gained already. Both runners knowing where Tyrion is definitely a help. That's it's nice to have that information and not have to worry about it later.
Yeah, the war situation on the Turian is you have this situation that can come up where you have a couple of one-way, or two end areas. So like Wreck Ship has 2 exits, Lower Norfair, East Meridia, and one of them is Turian, and like the other one is either Kraid or Croc, and ordering that correctly versus incorrectly can have a major impact on a race. But knowing where Criteria is, knowing where Turian is, knowing where Croc is for Lies, it helps us out a lot.
Yeah, the runners have to start kind of putting a mental note on where the map's taking them pretty early. Yeah, and we see BrakeJake is there. Oh, we're both in Crocland. All right.
Yep. Both runners. Yep.
I have a long time said ABC, always bet on Croc, and we'll see if Croc pays off tonight. Oh, it does. Oh,
big
and it
time
does.
payout. Oh my, we haven't even seen a Norfair transition, and there's the
No
various
button.
suits. So both runners are going to get that. No advantage gained. Right now, the biggest Lies looks a little bit ahead. That's mainly because BrakeJake did that gauntlet check.
Yes.
But BrakeJake also has that ice beam that could come into play later.
I think this is like, well, we'll also see if BrakeJake goes and checks that item first, because any wasted time here is just a loss.
It is the second
Lies.
fastest item to get, the one over here. Actually, I don't even know if Lies even check that location over here at Croc, because with no suits, that's actually kind of a dangerous check. You can die in that acid. So, a lot of runners, when they're low health, will leave it to last, and now we just don't have to do it at all.
All right, Lies executing this red tower climb. Oh, that block's gonna refill, isn't it? Yep.
Yeah, not quite fast enough. Yeah, BrakeJake looks like he's gonna go for the bomb jump first. Getting some nice double bomb jumps, so this won't take him very long.
Oh,
wow. That was looking really good, but then just a little bit too early on one of those bombs towards the top. And just overestimated how high he was.
Yeah, this is a very tough skill to pull off. This is one of those, like, underestimated how incredibly difficult it is to execute that on a regular.
All right, gonna see another red tower transition, and this takes us to East Meridian. We're not doing that yet. All right, we'll see if either runner checks these items here. These are relatively quick items. These three items at the top of Red Tower. There is an E-Tank among the Red Tower items somewhere. I might at least do the Alpha Power Bomb spot. We only have one super pack. I'd really like to have another. Wouldn't mind finding that E-Tank.
Okay, and Jake is going for going for Indiana Jones, or is he? Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna lose a lot of time compared to Lies here. Not just because this is slow, but also because Lies didn't even do this because he found the Varisuit so quickly.
Yep. So this is one of those things where just the correct choice of looking where you look, it can make a big difference in speed and routing where runners are, and that does put Lies. I think that puts Lies ahead right now, but as we know with these randomizers, you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, ahead pending the importance of that ice beam. I find it a little bit weird that you would do these two checks before doing what we call the cosine room, named after its shape because it looks like a cosine curve. Because that's just so much faster than this one. And then if it's the items there, which it is, you don't even have to do these checks. The best thing that BrakeJake could find would be either the E-Tank, or maybe even better would be the super missile, since we're still at 5.
Yeah, definitely not loving the super count. Like, neither player's loving the super count right now, but that's one of those things. I think you just, because it's full countdown. Oh, well, there is a super pack. Yeah. But because it's full countdown, they're gonna check more spots than normal, than if we were in Major, Minor, or Chozo. Right. So we will see more supers along the way. So I think it's less important to worry about that early, unless because of the boss situation. Yep. We happen to run into Ridley pretty early, then it's like, I got to double back here to deal with Ridley because I never got supers.
Yeah, with the second level starter charge beam, Ridley is doable at this point, but I know I'm not doing a charge beam Ridley with a 40 damage charge beam. So
no, you're looking at like 8 million shots.
Yeah, that's a lot of shots. I mean, I might be willing to do with like the combination of supers and then finishing off with shots, or or enough missiles to supplement your supers. Right now, BrakeJake at 50-10, Lies at 35-5. It's still going to be a lot of charge shots. All right, BrakeJake does get the Varisuit, fortunately, so just going to be a little behind moving forward. At this point, the E-Tank now has to be the Croc item itself, so I wouldn't be surprised if BrakeJake goes for that with the Varisuit and a little more health. Yeah, in fact, he is going to go for it because he knows it's exactly what this is.
Yep.
It's the
Totally
full
worth it.
refill. Yeah, I
Yep.
think it's worth it.
Totally
Lies
worth it there.
finds back a lower Norfair, which is interesting because we could do that, and if it's not Ridley, we can probably kill the boss. If it's not Ridley and not Dragon.
Unless we got a quad laser Ridley.
I mean, yeah, could be surprise. Surprise is always that fun possibility where, I mean, literally it's called surprise for a reason, right? Because, you know, maybe you see 3 vanilla bosses and oops, that last one, it's not what you expected. It just does keep our runners guessing, which is fun. Keeps us guessing, too. I'm not sure the runners like guessing at that point.
No, I mean, as I've talked to the runners through this after the race, that's one of the things they've enjoyed about this, though, is that surprise, you know, that surprise factor that can be there sometimes, because you just can't be sure until you're past that point.
All right, now Lies has 2 majors left in criteria because he missed out on that ice beam, and so it'll be interesting to see if he decides to go looking for some majors here. Nope, he's just gonna go. He's gonna go see what's going on the right side here.
I think it's worth getting a transition check just to see.
Yeah, I agree.
Because there's plenty of other places we'd be happy going to right now.
Yeah, we still have the CWJ to get across the moat, or use a horizontal bomb jump. But we can do that. You know, what do we have? Okay, so Norfair, Upper Norfair with 3 majors. I feel like this is where the seed wants us to be.
And we just found the natural, the normal croc entrance. So, all right. So this is a good find. This is a good check. I think this is definitely worth doing. This area with 7 items that we want to find, especially with Lies still only having 1 tank. Not going to turn down some E right now.
Yeah. BrakeJake at 4 E tanks. I like to have 6 plus 1 personally. I don't like doing stand-up glitch and 6. You know, the 7 seconds it takes to grab that extra E tank is, you know, mitigates a little bit of that anyway. So then you get the actual little safety with the reserve tank. Don't really want, you know, when you get huge amount of E tanks, unless you're planning on doing some lower Norfair hell runs. Just after a while, you just don't need it. And those 7-second fanfares do add up.
Yes, they do. That is definitely something. Watching vanilla, seeing the time difference. Forget the area, the amount of area, but you realize how many fewer fanfares you have to sit through watching.
Yeah,
like low percent or any percent versus watching hundo.
I want to say hundo, and I know people have done this calculation. So if anybody out there knows the exact number, but it's like 10 minutes of fanfares.
Well, if it's 100 items at 7 seconds per, then we're looking at 670 seconds. So it's 10 minutes and 11 minutes and 10 seconds of.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a lot
of a lot of fanfare. All right, our first check's in Upper Norfair, and Lies finally gets his 2nd E-tank. Yay!
Breathing room. We like breathing room. All right. Then.
Oh, yeah, BrakeJake hasn't checked this, so he's going to go ahead and do that right now. Has not checked the tube.
Setting up, make sure he's exactly where he wants to be for this jump. Reverse speed without speed is so slow.
It really is. Okay, BrakeJake realizing he doesn't want any part of that transition. There are sequence break things you can do for that area, but not with the items we have. So we're just gonna leave it alone for now.
Well, yeah, and as enticing as 4 majors and 4 tanks looks, just not worth it right now.
Well, and especially since, if this turned out to be shuffled and you have like Kraid there, then you can't even get the 4 majors. So.
Right.
And more missiles, plenty of missiles. This is starting to feel, so the ammo ratios can either be like a 2-2-1 or a 3-2-1. And with all these missiles, it's definitely feeling more like a 2-2-1. Yeah. Actually, it's feeling like a 2-1-1, which isn't even a possibility. There's some high jump boosts with direct ship in logic. That's fun. We like high jump boots. Don't get me wrong. We want those high jump boots, but
for sure.
We'd rather have a better transition to wreck ship than what we have, or a gravity suit to make it faster.
Yeah, well, and anytime you start getting those movement items, they definitely make life easier. Lower Norfair becomes a lot easier with high jump boots, much harder without them. just takes more precise jumping, and there's definitely areas you can feel it when you're running. It's like, oh, I'm so missing my jump boots right now.
Yeah.
But
Well, I've often said that, like the Ridley fight, you don't underestimate the use of high jump boots on a Ridley fight. Every death I've ever had in the last several years on a Ridley fight has been because I forgot I don't have high jump boots.
Yeah, not having the ability to control or force the pogo, it's really rough.
All right, so we saw the other end of Lower Norfair, and this time I actually paid attention to the numbers there, and it turns out there is no majors and no E-tanks in Lower Norfair, so there's really no reason to go down there at the moment.
Absolutely not. This is just meaning wreck ship is probably going to be incredibly important in this run.
Yeah,
now,
yeah, go ahead.
This is a spot where you got to make that precise. Yep, okay, Lies makes it. That's a very precise jump you have to make, where he had that ice beam, it would have been able to freeze and get, oh, we got a trash can here.
Yeah, it's not too bad with high jump boots, but the ice beam without high jump boots, you really want that ice beam. It's basically the same jump as the Lower Norfair worst room in the game jump. So yeah, getting it is without the high jump boots would be very tricky. Now we're gonna go ahead and BrakeJake's still going for these bomb jumps. Gonna go ahead and get this E-tank. Is not getting. Oh, we got speed booster and high jump boots over in the Bubble Mountain area. BrakeJake choosing to go towards Business Center. There could still be one major item here.
That feels like it's like French vanilla speed by being over here. Jake loves his double bomb jumps.
Yeah, and he's doing them just fine. It's just that at the very top there, you need to move Samus over just a little bit to the left so that the bomb will propel him to the to that platform.
Yeah, it's literally like one slight tap of the D-pad will get you. Just shift you enough. Boy, this is something I remember practicing a lot as a kid and was terrible at for a long time.
Oh, there's another reserve tank. That's probably not worth it. You mean, yeah, Lies now has one. There's no reason to pick up a second one.
No, passing on the trash can. No, all right. We're going to have, both players are now going to hang out in Business Center together in a second here, but very different ways. More E. All right. Brake has plenty of E.
Yep, 6 energy tank. Like I said, six is the number I like to get to. And, you feel pretty safe. In any situation with 6. See, and in fact, BrakeJake says, nope, I'm not going to go for that last one. Lies peeks the Croc E-tank, not going to pick it up because you can't from that direction, but he'll probably get both E-tanks over here at high jump boots.
I would definitely take both of them here. I mean, it's
yeah, for Lies, yeah, and he's down to 51 actual energy, so yeah, you're taking both of those.
Well, unfortunately, I have to wait and kill that crawler on the way out. Didn't get the quick kill to open the door.
All right, so there's going to be two more locations. One of them's going to be a major item. BrakeJake's going to go for the Crumble Tower first.
A lot of people forget about this item.
It's a terrible item. I don't blame anyone for not wanting to go.
It's always the absolute worst to grab. Oh!
Your attack's nice.
All right, well, that makes Lower Norfair a little bit easier.
Well, and actually, it's a really interesting find for BrakeJake because we've seen a couple of transitions to Lower Norfair. One of them, which is a little more convenient, although it's not the one you really want to do. I'm much more apt to go see what's going down in Lower Norfair right now with a screw attack and a high jump boots that I assume he will get after he finishes all these checks over here to the western part of Upper Norfair. And and then Lies might go back and do the same, but yeah, that Lower Norfair, like, we've seen both ends, so you can just do it at any time, unless it's a Dragon sitting down there. Like we still have no idea what our boss situation is. You just do it and be done with it. Unfortunately
for Lies, he had to do some farming there to find this super. It was with only 5. You run out very quickly.
Yeah, we've still seen 2 super packs for the entire race. So
does have the advantage of not having to do that mock ball by with the speed, so gets through there quite a bit quicker.
Yeah, BrakeJake going for this iceless ice escape. Now he has ice beam, but he turned it off at some point.
Ooh, very nice.
Without other beams, it does kind of slow you down because you have to shoot the the enemies at that extra time. But yeah, it doesn't quite get it, unfortunately. It looked pretty good, but just a little bit off on it. And he's going to value these transitions. He wants to find out where these go, but I imagine he'll go over to Bubble Mountain after this. Which, I hope he does, because we do have that high jump boots and that speed booster sitting there for him.
Wait, Jake had ice. Why didn't he? He could have just froze it.
He's got it turned off. I don't know why.
No, fair. I understand why you I understand turning it off because it is a pain sometimes to have to double shoot. But
yeah, the risk you take turning it off is that you might forget to turn it back on, and we have seen that happen. Okay, we got a wreck shot. You know what? I would do this right now. This is better for Lies because there's a major that BrakeJake just can't get. But we know where the other end of this spits out. So for BrakeJake, you do this, and then you loop back around into Upper Norfair, get your items there, and move on. Whereas Lies, it's gonna be a little better for him. He'll do it, and then he'll be like, okay, I can just move on. In fact, it might even be good for him to, depending on items we find, he could go ahead and loop back around. We know this takes you to the tube over in Red Brinstar, and that might be a better location to get to everything else from.
Lies, unfortunately, having to
farm more supers because he's only got the 5. That extra Croc super pack that BrakeJake has is helping him out a little bit here. Also of note for Lies, because he missed that ice beam earlier, unless Suitless Meridia becomes required and we have to go through Botwoon Hallway that way, he's going to be able to be fine with just that speed booster. And we'll get to find out. Yeah.
Right, that all depends on whether or not we find gravity.
Yep.
Because although the ice beam lets us defy gravity.
Yeah, that's right. All right, BrakeJake picking up this E-Tank. Not sure he wanted to. That might have been a faceplant. He did take the save, so if this is a boss he can't kill, I imagine that he's just gonna reset and not pick up that E-Tank again. Doesn't really need it at this point.
All right, thankfully Lies finally gets a super out of all that farming. Brutal. All right, what do we got? Oh.
An Elephantoon.
Okay. That still doesn't mean anything for what we're looking at.
Yeah, it tells us nothing. I mean, it's not entirely true. Anytime you see one vanilla boss, it makes it a little more likely that you're going to see all vanilla bosses because when you shuffle them or shift them, it's a little, the odds of one vanilla boss and 2, it just goes down each time you find a vanilla boss. Of course, once you get to 3, then your only options are vanilla or surprise. But it doesn't surprise me at all that we're finding a Phantoon here because we have we have all these majors here. Well, 3 more because we have Spazer already. So 3 more majors here, and I mean the progression has to be somewhere, right?
Right. And I have a feeling that the seed literally designed itself to know it was doing this.
Yep. So this was highly favored to either be a vanilla Phantoon or a shifted situation. And of course, in shifted, whatever boss is here is going to open everything up. Now, does it actually tell us anything? No. It's still, when we see a vanilla boss, it still could be any of the 4 choices. So.
Oh, Lies has to go farm.
Gosh, again. Yeah, good call on going back for this Ripper. Yeah. He's going to drop a super.
Yep, well, because we've got the door to access the bottom, or access the boss area, and then you're going to want the extra super to finish off Phantoon.
Yep.
Otherwise, you're looking at a lot of extra shots. So, good call. Both players obviously taking the safety save, because the last thing you want is...
If it's Ridley, you're not fighting Ridley with this loadout, even though technically you could, and we still have no way of getting out of... we still have no way of getting out of Dragon.
Nope, we don't have grapple. We don't have gravity. We've got nothing. All right. Seeing more items here now that BrakeJake is turned on the ship.
There's our second charge upgrade.
Okay.
That's the one that's going to be in a major spot. This is I know I said major spot, minor spot, and that's completely irrelevant because it's countdown. So if anybody was listening, then yeah, just forget I said anything about major, minor locations, since it's full countdown. But kind of funny that we did end up with one of our charge upgrades in a major spot and one of our charge upgrades in a minor spot. And there's that gravity.
Okay. All right. Well, we came to wreck ship the thing we were most looking for and got it. All right.
Yeah, and so this is really interesting for BrakeJake because he might now miss the speed and high jump boots because he doesn't really need anything else at this point, except maybe some super missiles.
Right. Well, yeah, both players definitely need that.
Yeah,
but I don't disagree with this with
no,
eating
not
out
at all.
right now.
Missing speed and high jump are a little unfortunate because those two just they play so well together. But you also, on the other hand, you got you're playing again 1-2. Nothing gets decided. You're not out until you have 4 losses. But playing from a 2-2 to get that third win is much better than playing from a 1-3 to get that third win. So. BrakeJake wants to go to West Meridia. Yeah, I mean this makes sense. Yeah, West Meridia is right here. We don't have the portal knowledge. We would like to find Kraid. We'd like to find the other side of East Meridia. We've seen the bad side of East Meridia.
Yes, we have. Don't want to deal with that. Low item count. So West Meridia 2 majors though. So this is quite a few locations that are just easy checks here.
Yeah, I could see check. Ooh, space jump. You want that?
Yeah, we're gonna grab that one.
That'll mitigate his high jump loss a little bit.
Yes.
I might check the Mama Turtle area. I don't think I go up to Beach and Watering Hole. That's kind of out of the way. But there's 2 items at Mama Turtle. Plus, we're still looking for super missiles.
Yeah, I agree. Mama T is worth a visit here.
But yeah, we want to know where these transitions go. This could complete our portal knowledge, depending on what we find. We don't know where Meme Route in particular goes, and we might see it here. On the other hand, if, say, Kraid is hanging out on the other side of East Meridia, then we were not going to necessarily be able to know that right away. We don't need any more power bombs, game. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Wave beam's nice.
You snag wave beam. All right, that adds to our damage. Now we got almost the whole beam combo. We're just missing that plasma.
We got that new route beam combination, which means anyone that runs new route any percent is going to be perfectly comfortable with this loadout.
Wouldn't mind Spazer because we have
Spazer.
X-ray. Sorry, wouldn't mind plasma because we have
yeah,
X-ray.
well, I always want plasma. I would never turn down plasma beam, but yeah.
For sure, but I mean, especially since we haven't seen any, the only boss we've seen is Fantoon.
Yeah.
We can still nuke.
Yes, we can.
Nuke down Dragon and
Which
plasma.
is always fun.
And plasma makes the Ridley fight much easier.
Yeah, so much better than. I mean, obviously, the fastest Ridley fight is, of course, 30 supers, but we're getting to the point where there's just not a lot of checks we're gonna make. So I don't know that we're gonna get much more than the 10 that BrakeJake already has and the 5 that Lies has. Liza's going to do a few extra checks. Oh, no, we saw this. Yeah, he's just doing this in a different order. We'll see if he chooses to do any other check. Did we just see Meme Route there from BrakeJake?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
But we did not see the item, but that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I might have checked the one item, but, it could still just be Billy Mays, and that's too far away. So I definitely don't blame him for just noping out of that. But
I would have checked it just to see if it was supers.
Oh, that's a fair point. That is absolutely a fair point. But yeah, at this point, I do believe this is going to be the East Meridia. I forget where that East Meridia transition was. It might have been off Red Tower or might have been off Green Brimstone. I'm not sure. But it's looking like the Kraid is going to be on the other side of East Meridia, and we're going to have to backtrack all that way. I'm not sure if we've seen Single Chamber, and that might be where BrakeJake is headed right now.
No, we have not yet, so that'll be...
Okay. So there's
First
there's a
check.
couple of possibilities left.
Power bombs, not something we need.
We don't. I'd rather have missiles than power bombs right now.
Yeah, just regular
Like
missiles.
missiles, yeah, regular missiles still do a pretty decent amount of damage on some of your fights. Power bombs, again, unless you're doing a lot of crystal flashes and in some, lower Norfair hell runs, you don't need more than 15. And even if you are doing those, you've got bombs, so like 20 or the 20 that Lies has is pretty decent, and the 30 that BrakeJake has is more than enough for anything like that.
All right, so we've got Lies is going to head to that back end of wreck ship.
Yeah, he
back
wants
to
to
that transition. All right.
Yeah, he wants to go this way instead. Makes sense. Okay, now, little unfortunate. The majors here. Okay, he didn't even end up checking the majors. He just wants this portal. But it was looking like he was going to check the wave beam check, and that's the one place that doesn't have a major. The speed booster is over at the reserve tank area, and the high jump is over at the... or do I have that backwards? Where was the high jump at wave beam?
High jump was at speed, and speed was at the reserve.
Yep.
Yep. Bubble Mountain Reserve.
Oh, this is interesting. So BrakeJake's just going to go do Lower Norfair right now, front to back.
All right, nice job getting up there. Executes those. Executes that jump up very easy.
We did see that transition, so that should confirm that it's going to be back of East Meridia to get to Kraid at the front. And the nice thing about this, what BrakeJake's doing here, is that he's not going to check very many of these. He's not going to check these locations at the beginning, but as he leaves after the Ridley fight or whatever boss decides to be down here, those checks are pretty easy, pretty on path to get to, and maybe get some extra supers. And we know they're not going to be anything but ammo. zero majors, 0 E-tanks.
Where did we get that space jump? Because that
was in West Meridia.
Okay, that's right. And Lies has not been there, so that's a difference.
Yeah, he saw the entrance, but didn't actually explore the portal area.
Ooh.
Careful. Okay, so fortunately with gravity suit, this is going to be survivable. That's very rough when you fall into that acid and you don't have a gravity suit to get out. Now, it is possible to survive depending on how much energy you have, but fortunately, we didn't have to worry about that. And BrakeJake wants to at least check this item here. Oh wait, he's going to check all these items before doing the boss. He's hoping to,
He's
get
looking for supers.
Yeah, he's looking for supers or plasma.
Can't find plasma because we got no majors.
We have no majors. So you're right. He's looking for supers. With 60 missiles, I'd be pretty comfortable with 20 supers here, because those 60 missiles are exactly the damage of your supers. Are we even killing the?
He's just going to check the transition.
I think we've seen this though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we totally have seen this. Lies, on the other hand, has decided to go to... I kind of like what Lies is doing better and going for East Meridius, knowing, as we know, that the other side of this has to be Kraid. So you go do Kraid, and then you go do Dragon. And of course, by Dragon and by Kraid, we mean the bosses that are at those locations.
Right.
In the meantime, BrakeJake isn't even checking these minor locations to hopefully get those super missiles that he needs. Okay, he's checking this one. And it's a power bomb, because why would it be anything else?
Now that we have gravity, we do have a way out of Dragon. So if this happens to be vanilla, this plays very well for Lies.
No, totally like this decision. And he's got the speed booster to get there, so it all works out well.
I honestly don't even know if Lies is really going to check much else. I mean, other than grabbing supers that are along the way.
He wants supers pretty badly. There is a major here. It could be that plasma beam.
Yeah, but in East Meridia, there's so many inconvenient places it can be.
Nah, I might check a sandpit. Especially because the way the sandpits loop, it takes you right back to Aqueduct. Now, the first thing he's going to do, I would do the Kraid fight first. The Kraid area fight first, because we're going to see that.
I would agree, because there could be...
Could be something good there.
Yes, because the majors still out there. Grapple beam. The major that we don't know about are plasma, grapple beam, and spring ball.
Yeah, spring ball doesn't do much for us right now. Plasma would be great. Grapple, specifically for the Dragon fight, also another good one. We can check these. I would check these two items right here. You can do very quickly with the speed booster.
Missiles, I'll take it.
Come on, supers. You got to be somewhere. No, it's just an E-tank. Okay,
wow.
well that gets him to 7.
Yep, that's the safety number. This game is this seed is not super. This seed is
no, it's really not.
I mean, it looked like it was going to give us like 60 power bombs, but actually,
yeah, it might
all
still.
The ones they passed up.
Yeah, I mean,
all right.
Shoutouts to French Lightning John and his 119 ammo ratio seed that he played once. Not doing. Oh, he wants to take. Oh, this is interesting.
No, I think this is a good idea because we don't know what.
Here.
Yep, we don't know what's there, and that's a very. I feel like this save is actually a little bit quicker to get in and out of than the save in Crate's factory.
Yeah. It's. I mean, getting in. It just puts you back to this location if you end up resetting, which is. Oh yeah, see, look at this. Look at this. There's Kraid down in Lower Norfair.
Okay.
This is shuffled. You notice the KR there on the screen. So now we don't know who's going to be hanging out here in Kraid's lair. Another powerbomb pack. Game, please.
What the heck? What? Who messed up your Cheerios this morning, Seed? Like what the heck?
I know, right?
It's
I've never seen a dash seed do this. I mean, you don't even see various seeds do this very often, but wow, like this.
I've seen it do it with E-tanks, but not this.
No, this is pretty crazy.
Here we go. A 4 super 52.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Lies.
Well,
Okay,
I've seen some
powerbomb placement there, and he's only got a 120 damage beam.
Yeah, very different than that 300 beam that BrakeJake has with.
Yep.
By having both ice and the wave beam, so.
Yep.
That really didn't cooperate at all. Only took 1 hit there.
I mean, honestly, I might have noped out of this and just go get some items in East Meridia and come back. After
I can
killing
see that.
The Dragon boss.
I can see that, but at the same time, it's also like if you get this out of the way, you're just done. Like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, and then you hopefully never have to see him again.
Yeah.
There we go. Gets a good double hit that time.
Yeah, he's doing a nice job with these power bombs, laying him in the right place in the middle, doing good wall jumps off the side, getting lots of double hits.
Yeah, I mean these manipulate Ridley because the AI is going to try to track you. So, doing a really good job of setting it up. Now, as a supers. All right, I'm just going to unload regular missiles into Ridley here.
And then we just have to switch to the charge beam.
That 120 damage charge beam.
Oh my god. I mean, it's more than low ice gets with the 60, but
yes.
it's double low ice with the 60, but yeah, this is rough.
We do have the color change here. Oh, we've got Angry Ridley. This angry version of Angry Ridley is basically what the seed is right now with the
Oh yeah, ice isn't okay. Twice as much as low percent speed when we don't even get an ice beam. That would be 60. Ice, of course, is 90, as Audra points out in chat.
All right, Ridley finally turns around. Ridley's not cooperating at all here.
Well, what's really rough here is it's really hard to keep track of what your actual damage is. So you're gonna need to either look for that visual cue that you're done, or just let him explode because he's just gonna explode after just a certain amount of time and a certain amount of damage.
I thought he was done, but really came by and swooped with that tail one more time. Although with with this and that low percentage, I'm glad we've got the extra E tanks here to
Oh, no kidding.
to make it a little bit easier.
Not sure what he has in those reserve. Really glad he's got both that screw attack and the high jump.
Yeah, that lets us avoid damage when we're jumping. Leaves he has it again, but nope, that tail's coming in. More pogos. Ridley is not cooperating. I'm turning around with the pogos.
Yeah, and the problem with if you're guessing that he's dead, you can take a lot of damage if he picks you up and he's not dead. Now BrakeJake's it's still not gonna be a free fight for BrakeJake, depending on I don't know what his his any percent experience is, but you know, his ammo is not much better. Has those 10 extra supers though. Just the reserve, just 100 left in that reserve, or just the one reserve.
Oof.
Yeah, I don't. At this point you're just kind of hoping that he's dead, that he grabs you and he's dead, but oh god, that tail swipe was close. Oh, there it is. And this is the problem with because that was a lot of time that he spent in that fight.
Yeah, it was probably a good 4 minutes, something.
Yeah.
You know.
A lot of time spent in that fight, and now that time, and that's why when I said I would just nope out of there, because the punishment if you fail it is just so huge. I mean, in the time that he was doing all this, BrakeJake is now in East Meridia, and he's got the lead now. Because he has that better beam combo. He's gonna have an easier time with the fight. I hope he remembers to turn that ice beam. Okay, he already turned that ice beam back on. Also, BrakeJake has the advantage of knowing already that this is a shuffled boss situation.
Yes.
Whereas Lies didn't know. Like he'd seen his Phantom. BrakeJake knows that Kraid was not that Kraid was at Ridley, and so now he knows that we got Dragon and Ridley left. In fact, those two, we got Dragon and Ridley left. In fact, we'll see Dragon will be vanilla, and Ridley and Kraid are swapped. But yeah, I mean, at this point for Lies, the best thing to do is just move on and hope that your opponent is just gonna is having as bad a time with that fight as you are. Now let's see what BrakeJake does. Whether he goes for which fight he goes for first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's gonna go. Yeah, he's gonna do the Kraid
transition.
Yeah.
Yep.
He should know this is Kraid, or at least suspect. He's gonna go for it. We'll see if he takes the save. Now he can get this item here, which could be an extra super missile. It's not.
And of course it's not.
Why would it be?
Nope. The game's just like, yeah, you don't get those things.
Holy no supers, Batman. I mean, come on, game.
Yeah, 10. That's all we've seen. It's not that these.
We've seen 2 super packs, and one of them was deep in Croc.
Right.
Like that is absolutely insane.
Yeah, it was the grapple location.
Yeah, it was
Croc,
a grapple
right?
location.
Yeah. So terrible. Oh, okay. So Jake's gonna go into this fight. He does have 5 more supers, but only 13 missiles. So this is not free either.
Yeah, this is an any percent fight. Essentially, it's actually not quite even an any percent fight unless he decides to use some power bombs, because any percent you'd be at 20-10.
All right, but what we do see there is Brake's manipulation of the Ridley Pogo is much
Yeah,
better.
Looks like he's done this before.
Yeah, and that's the key. Like just having that control, being able to, yeah, just getting that turnaround and getting these free shots here, that makes the fight so much easier.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what either one of these runners' vanilla experience is, but if I were to guess, BrakeJake looks like he's done a new route any percent run before, and maybe Lies, if he does any percent, does it with the old route where you get plasma beam. Okay, we're gonna get a new minor check, perhaps. And it's a powerbomb pack!
Game, I hate you. I hate you for what you're doing to these runners.
Oh
they don't deserve
gosh.
this.
No
they
one
don't deserve
deserves
this.
this. No one deserves this.
All right, we're probably gonna have a vanilla. Yep.
Yep. Well, yeah. Once it's shuffled, then we know everything, right? Because shuffled can't surprise us. Surprise is gonna act like shifted. Because otherwise, how you could never open the wrecked ship if there wasn't a Fantoon, right? Oh, wasn't quite dead yet.
Ridley's the Black Knight.
All right, there we go.
All right. Well, yeah, we see a difference there. That's huge.
Yeah, I'm checking this for a super pack. Okay, he's not, but I would.
I mean, at this point, Jake knows that the next thing on the menu is a Dragon fight, and knows exactly where he's going. Oh, there we go. Nice speed kill there by Lies.
I'm gonna give him plasma here, game, because there is a major left over here in East Meridia. Because then not having the supers is not nearly as big a deal.
No.
Oh my god, no! It's a power bomb.
Oh my god, that'd be like Powerbomb 80.
I know, right?
I kind of want to go back after this. I'm gonna go count the number of power bombs we've seen.
So what's really sad is I don't think the credits in the Dash version actually tell us the actual breakdown of the ammo, which, I really want to know what the actual breakdown of the ammo for this was.
All RTA. By the way, I like the last letters in the name. Says, what is this? 119? No, yeah. I mean, no.
It might be 919. I don't know, but it's definitely whatever it is. It's very low on the supers.
Yeah, it's being pretty stingy on supers for sure. Not on E-tanks though. We've seen plenty of those. And trash cans, there's a third.
Yeah, because he never found a speed booster, so just skipping this item is not free. You have to be a little bit careful, because if you don't get out of that sand pit, you're going to have to do an entire extra loop around. That's no fun. So I do wonder if Lies is even, this is a really bad situation for Lies. He's going to check this major item over here at Plasma. It has been suggested that it might be vanilla plasma, which certainly is possible. That would make the Ridley fight much easier for him. But if he can't get this Ridley fight down before he leaves this area, that's just going to be such a time loss for him, even more so than we've already seen. Yeah,
that's if it wasn't already, that would be completely game costing. No, oh my gosh.
I know, and he just face planted it, which it's just a 7-second fanfare, but it doesn't feel good.
I don't even know what to say about the game at this point.
I guess you check your sand pits and hope there's something there. We do have, no, we really don't have access to Shack Tool with the ice beam. It's in logic because of the ice beam, but Lies doesn't have that. We don't have, and of course we don't have Scrapple Beam.
Lies has a much harder time getting out of that space without space jump.
Yeah, again, it's that same jump that you see in the Worstrom and Lower Norfair and the Bubble Mountain and in the bubble nut and jump. That's all. That's all those jumps are basically the same. So not too bad with high jump boots, but yeah, space jump will make it a little easier. Now I don't think BrakeJake's even going to check that location.
No, BrakeJake is at this point all routes point to Turian. So,
yep.
Which we do know the location of, and that's all that's happening from here. Yep, and down goes Dragon.
Yeah, I think Lies is heading back for the Ridley fight. He knows he's got to get this done before he leaves, because the other alternative is to run around Lower Norfair looking for super packs, which at this point, I mean, we're running out of locations where a lot of those can be. I mean, they got to be somewhere, right? But yeah. And yeah, this space jump just makes getting out of here so much easier.
This room for sure. Yeah, yep. Having either grapple or space jump just makes those rooms a little bit easier. Without them, it's a lot more wall jumps required.
Yeah, we are gonna get more power bombs and a reserve tank. Oh
the fourth reserve tank. Oh my.
At least we're done with reserve tanks. I mean, I guess that's good.
I officially am. This seat is dead to me. I'm so glad I didn't have to play this.
Yeah, me too. I'm sorry, guys.
That said, BrakeJake is on his way to Turian.
Yep.
And we'll probably have this done under an hour and 20, I'm guessing.
Yeah, he's got about, 10, 15 minutes from this point. Because Turians take, anywhere from like 6 to 8, 9 minutes, depending. This might be, so that's pretty common. So we just got to get there, and then we, of course, the escape. That's one of the things one of the things they added into the way back in 2017. If you watch some of the oldest videos of that, somewhere in that tournament, they added the time spent in each area. Back then, it was just each general area, not the way the areas are split up here. But it was really neat information. Grapple and an E-tank.
Game.
That's not what he's looking for. Not what he's looking for.
No, these are not the droids you're looking for.
Nope.
This is
absolutely brutal.
Yeah, this has been hard to watch. Like, no, like our Beta Power Bombs is probably randomly a super pack.
Yeah, I think one of them checked alpha, but I don't think either one of them checked beta.
I bet you there's one at Shack Tool.
Yeah, and there's that, and by the way, that is the major that East Meridia has. So my guess, Plasma Beam probably in the wreck ship. I'm trying to think what other locations. I'm not sure what else we haven't seen.
Plasma is probably wreck ship attic.
Yeah, because we have 2 items in wreck ship we didn't get, and we're missing Plasma and Spring Ball, and I think they both have to be there.
Yep. So they're either in attic, sky missiles, etc. One of those locations.
Mm-hmm.
So a full clear of wreck ship would have been a good play.
Yeah, I mean that Plasma with so few supers available, maybe there's some super packs there too. Getting that Plasma Beam could have made a huge difference, especially with Lies' situation. All right. In the meantime, we are in Turian. We have an ice beam, so the metro rooms are not too bad. We have new route full beam con. We've got extra missiles and extra power bombs. But otherwise, this is essentially a new route loadout for BrakeJake. Now, those power bombs won't come into play at all, but missiles could help. And Lai's probably thinking, even more so, like, where are all the super packs? They're both thinking that, but for Lai, it's just the one super pack in the entire game.
Yeah, an hour in, and you're still
on one
single super pack. Yeah, I mean, even for Jake, an hour in, and you're only at
2
super packs.
Remember when I said that You shouldn't be checking, check the cosine room first, and then you don't have to go and do the slow checks at the bottom of Croc. And remember how I said the best thing he could find was a super pack? The first statement turned out to be wrong. The second statement about that best item being a super pack couldn't have been more right. Because that's the only other one we've seen. I'm gonna have to ask Mass and Kupo and the other devs to see if they can run this, if they have a way of running this through to find out what the actual number of supers are. Because I ain't playing it to find out.
No. I mean, and even if I were to, like, even going back over the count and seeing, like, what place, like, how many checks are actually left, like, that they didn't see between. We know Lies explored a couple more areas that Jake didn't, and Jake got to a couple. There's not many checks that we didn't see.
Yeah, mostly Wreck Ship and Lower Norfair. Those are mostly the places that we haven't seen.
Yeah,
and there's criteria locations we haven't seen because early.
We saw Gauntlet. We didn't see.
None of the lower stuff, the Billy Mays and the Meme Route check. Yeah, that's mostly it.
Watch, those are all supers.
Yeah.
All right, Lies is re-attempting this Ridley fight while Jake is here to try to freeze up and freeze this Rinka and get through this Zeb skip.
I mean, at least we have plenty of missiles that you can just switch to ammo to get through this, but yeah, he's gonna get the Zeb skip and does.
Yeah, worth it to try to preserve that ammo here just to make the fight go by faster.
Yep.
And of course, freezing and killing these is the best plan because it does take a lot longer for the Rinkas to reset.
Yeah, it's one of the weird quirks is that if you freeze and kill them, the respawn is no different than if you just freeze them. But if you kill them without freezing them, they'll respawn a lot faster.
Yeah, it's a strange effect in the game, but yeah, and there's we're watching Lies go for the the power bomb kill. That's a difference between the two players for sure, where Jake was a lot more comfortable with the pogo control on Ridley.
Yeah, and it wasn't just that he was more comfortable with it.
The beam damage difference as well.
Yeah, the 120 versus 300 made a huge difference.
Yeah, and that wave beam, that was a Mama Turtle's wall.
Yep.
That was definitely a nice find.
Yeah, I don't think Lies ever went down West Meridia.
No, and plus that ice beam from much earlier in the game that Brake got from Old Mother Brain. While we're sitting here, thanks a lot to Nubian God for tracking in the background. Tracking these randomizers can always be a challenge. Thankfully, we didn't have many resets. I know I've tracked a couple races in the past where there was like a 5-minute reset.
Click on, click off, click on, click off. It happens. Yeah, trackers always the MVPs. We can't do it without them.
Oh, for sure. I mean, one of these races could run silent with just game audio as long as we had a tracker, and we've done that.
Yep, we've done that. I will run the, I mean, I enjoy commentating. I enjoy listening to good commentary, but sometimes it's kind of fun to just be in chat without the commentary and just the tracker doing their thing. It's a different experience.
Oh, for sure. And I've also done the crazy thing of doing comms while tracking, and that was
yeah, I gave up on that after League Season 2. Well, actually, it was more of Season 1, where sometimes I'd restream comm and track all at the same time, and that was too much.
See, now the restream, no, but common track, I was able to do it, and it was like, okay, I got this. Like, it really was just a matter of paying attention, and of course, we know chat will let us know if we miss something.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, shout outs also to SpeedGaming for hosting us, because back then we had our own channel, and which was cool in its own right, but much better to let the professionals of SpeedGaming take care of us.
No, and SpeedGaming is definitely like it's a channel and a organization we're definitely glad exists, because it gives us gives us the ability to watch all these games that we love, that we grew up with, and watch these runners take these things down. It's definitely cool to have all these races. I like, this Final Fantasy, any Zelda speed running. Like it's so awesome to see all of them, all the races and the different things or different events, different games.
All right, MB3 for BrakeJake. Did not decide to. Yeah, no stand up. I mean, this just barely saves time without plasma beam, so really not worth.
No, it's better to just get to that rainbow beam as fast as possible and unload these shots into Mother Brains. Doing a good job.
And good for Lies getting Ridley down before BrakeJake finishes.
Yep. Glad to see it. Is this going to be no? This is not going to be a super pack because it wouldn't be. Power bombs. Nope, missiles. I was just guessing what the game was probably going to give us, but nope. All right, we see break.
No speed booster, so we gotta do this the long way.
Yep, it's the hard route. I'm gonna have to do the traditional wall jump up in the incline. That's okay. That's one I forget every single time is holding jump through that door. Last moonfall of the game. I gotta give it to BrakeJake here for how he handled this this challenging seed. Really did a great job of keeping this under, like, because this could have easily been an hour and a half plus with how just brutal it C was being with supers and with items. So oh wow,
nice climb up parlor there.
I'm not gonna mention that until this is over. All right, so Jake is on Criteria's surface, about to jump onto this ship, and finishes with an official race time GG of 1:10:59. Get those GGs in chat. Or BrakeJake, congratulations. Yeah, so Jake typed in that plasma was at morph power bombs, so if either one of them had checked,
they could have gotten that.
And he literally found them. Jake found the meme route transition and noped out instead of checking the item.
Remember we said you should check the item for a I think I said check it for the major and you said check it for a super.
Yes. Either one I would have done.
Either one would have been great. Yeah, another super pack would have been huge.
Yeah, the super pack would have been great, but plasma, that would have, that literally would have made the lack of supers just not matter anymore.
Yep, absolutely.
All right.
Let's see. We got BrakeJake joining us. We'll see if Lies wants to join us as well. So,
wow.
So funny thing, you did Croc, and you did it in an order that was admittedly slower. And I see Lies in setup. If you can hear me on the restream, go ahead and jump in whenever you want. So anyway, when BrakeJake went to do Croc, Lies, you did Croc and you found the very suit and left. BrakeJake, you went down all the way to the bottom, and I said, well, this is really slow, and go do the fast check first, then you wouldn't have to do it. And then I said, the best thing he could find here is a super pack.
Oh yeah.
That was super pack number 2 that we saw the entire game.
Oh my goodness.
And those are literally the only 2 supers that either one of you saw the entire run.
Can it be that only 2 super packs are in the seed?
No,
I don't know.
Be like
I don't know.
You didn't see.
I'm gonna go see if we can get our devs to check and see if there were more supers in there. I don't know what the rules are for that. But
in all fairness, we didn't see the rest of Lower Norfair, and we didn't see Wreckship Attic, which, So, wow, what an interesting run. Lies, how'd you feel about that?
I mean, I felt great. I thought I did awesome. you know. No, I mean, it's tough, man, because like I can't really fight is hard, and it's hard with just phaser, and I had 5 supers, and I'm unloading all these missiles and power bombs on him, and he's not dead, and it's like, all right, well, do I come back for Ridley later when I find a second super or a third super pack, or do I try again? And it's tough, man. I felt good though, because I feel like I got Varia pretty early, and figured out that was a whole dead end, and just didn't work out today. That's all.
Yeah, and in fact, I mean, the race was really close until oops, surprise. I mean, it was shuffled, of course, but it was kind of like, Fantoon shows up in Wreck Ship, and we're like, okay, so this could be vanilla. And then around the same time, I think it was BrakeJake got to Kraid at Lower Norfair just before you went into Ridley in Kraid's area, and we're like, oh, okay, it's shuffled.
I almost went to Lower Norfair, but I feel like I just wanted one more movement thing. Plus, if it was vanilla, I mean, how am I going to do a Ridley? I didn't. I should have done it though. You
know. One of the things that definitely helped Jake in the long run is Mother Brain. He bombed, and it was Ice Beam early on, so that helped add to the damage. And then Wave was at Mama Turtle in the wall. Granted, the actual major position was Power Bomb pack like 800.
So many power bombs.
Yeah, power bombs, missiles, plenty of those, but supers, yeah.
I just realized I forgot old Mother Brain on the way
up. Yeah, it's an easy one to forget because you think of checking with power bombs. Of course, you had
power
bombs.
Yeah.
Right. Even Jake, even Plasma was power bombs.
Yeah, it was. I checked that one. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it was good that we found both charge upgrades very early. I think after 30 minutes we had both. I think, and
yes,
because the second was in Wreck Ship. So
yeah, right. And with that plasma, with that Spacer Wave Ice combo, I was on any percent. New route, so I felt very comfy with that.
Yeah, you look like you've done that fight before.
Yes. And I died a lot.
But you got it this time, so,
But I got that ketchup in my face. 2 times. I have a history with that ketchup. But yeah, it went well.
The ketchup, as a Chicagoan, ketchup something we just don't use because they're not allowed on our hot dogs. But Mother Brain still likes to throw them. I'm sure both of you would like to throw this seed out of your memory because I know it was.
The seed was really terrible because after Varia, I pointed out that the top of Red Tower was a dead end.
Yes.
So I had to return and backtrack all that stuff. Then Gravity was at Wrecked Ship, so we have to go back, and I was confused a little of the entry of East Meridia, and also I wasn't sure that the back of Lower Norfair ended up in Criteria.
Okay, gotcha.
So that was the reason why I first checked it. Before I went down to Kraid. And yeah, then I took the elevator transition for the East Meridia check. That was totally wrong. But I think for not using a map tracker, that's okay.
No, not too bad. But I recommend the map trackers, but it's tracking is hard. You can still make mistakes. So
yeah, true. I tried it with an area tracker, and I got confused with all these lines. And
yeah, that's fair. It's very fair.
Yeah.
Same has definitely happened to me. Well, yeah, it was definitely interesting. Jake, I know one of the things that helped you quite a bit is your pogo control Ridley was phenomenal. And granted, you had the more powerful beam, but that was that definitely made that Ridley fight quite a bit easier.
Thank you very much. it Ridley has to do what you want. Sometimes he's a rebel.
Yeah. Yeah, he's about 90% manipulatable, but that other 10% can get you, you know?
Yeah, right. And this time he was friendly to me.
All right, so now, Jake, you're 2-2, which means you got to win one more race to get into the bracket. How you feeling going into the last couple weeks of Swiss?
Yeah, I'm really excited because I have a 50-50 chance.
Mhm.
I need one of two remaining matches, so yeah, I'm looking forward.
Now, a little bit more difficult for you, Lies, because you need 2 wins, but not over for you yet.
Oh, okay. No, a little bit more difficult for sure.
But yeah, so, moving forward, good luck to both of you. Anything either one of you wants to add before we go ahead and close this out?
I just wanted to say thanks for the short notice, like coming on and commentating and tracking, and thanks Jake for. I mean, it's middle of the night for you, I think, or something. Like I had to do it
Meanwhile,
tonight.
it's morning.
Oh, it's
Early.
morning. There you
Yeah.
go. There you go.
I'm guessing it's like probably 4 a.m. or something where you are, Break.
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
5.5.
5. Okay.
Yeah, and really shout outs to both Vincent and Nubian God, because if they don't sign up to do comms and tracking respectively, we wouldn't have gotten this on the air. So definitely huge shout outs to both of you guys.
My pleasure, and I enjoy. Like I've watched both these runners before. I was like, hey, I definitely want to do comms for them, and it worked out well that I could do this tonight, and it was definitely fun doing comms with you for the first time, Tracy. So
Yeah, absolutely.
and then I've had Nubian track a few times. Definitely appreciate the trackers. Again, they're the MVP. Before you close it out, Tracy, definitely looking forward to tomorrow, where we have 3-0 matchup.
Good races.
3-0 matchup between Farflu and Glove. That's going to be a lot of fun. And then we also have Nitro versus Drexus. So that'll be.
Yep, that's the 3-0, 2-1 pair up, pair down. So yeah, those are 2 very hype races coming up tomorrow night. And looking forward to watching those.
And those are going to be
tomorrow.
Yeah, those are going to be kind of back to back at 7:10 p.m. Eastern and 9:10 p.m. Eastern. So definitely get in and watch that. And the Farflu Glove is on the mothership SpeedGaming 1, so check that out.
Yeah,
and,
I have some pull with the person who assigns those channels. We might be able to get a double header there, but we'll have to see what else is on the schedule.
Awesome. Hope that happens. But definitely fun race. Thank you, runners. Thank you, Tracker. Thank you, Tracy, for joining. And go ahead and close this out.
Yeah, that's gonna do it for us for tonight. Yeah, make sure you tune in tomorrow for those races, and we'll see you there.